Did you know that the largest animal to ever fly wasn't Quetzalcoatlus? 66 million years ago, the Earth was witnessing the final days of the Mesozoic era, specifically the end of the late Cretaceous period. When this happened, huge animals lived all over the world. Land animals like theropods and sauropods were very big, and mosasaurs were very big in the seas. Giant pterosaurs ruled the skies as well. The Ashtarchidae family was the most famous of these bugs. These pterosaurs were known for their extraordinary size, with long necks and legs, and of all the members, the most legendary was Quetzalcoatlus. But what if I told you that there was another pterosaur, even larger than Quetzalcoatlus, that soared through the skies? Meet Hatzegopteryx, a giant pterosaur discovered in Romania, which changed our understanding of prehistoric giants forever. If you're also a dinosaur fan like me and want to learn more about the different types of dinosaurs, subscribe to the channel right now because we're covering in-depth knowledge about dinosaurs with the latest information. This will take your knowledge to the next level. As you know, we upload a new video every 2 days, so keep watching and keep expanding your knowledge. So let's start the video. What is the name of the huge Hatzegopteryx? The story of Hatzegopteryx starts in the rugged landscape of Romania in the 1970s. There were a lot of new discoveries at the time. For example, paleontologists found a huge head and a strong shoulder bone. Scientists thought they might be from a new species of theropod dinosaur at first because of their size. However, more research showed a different truth. These pieces came from a huge pterosaur, which was the biggest dinosaur in the world. Hatzegopteryx is the correct name for this beautiful animal, but it wasn't given that name until the early 2000s. This scary flying animal, which was named after the area where it was found, caught the attention of both scientists and fans. How big was the Hatzegopteryx? The wingspan of this creature is an amazing 12 meters, making it the biggest animal in the world. Standing 5 meters tall, Hatzegopteryx ruled the skies like a real giant, bigger than even the mythical Quetzalcoatlus. Its huge size and intimidating appearance made it a powerful star in the old sky. How did Hatzegopteryx differ from other birds of its time? There was an amazing 2.5 meter long skull at the center of its powerful weaponry. This huge head held strong muscles that could break bones in its prey. While Hatzegopteryx's neck was shorter than expected for a creature its size, it was incredibly strong, allowing it to use its huge head with unmatched accuracy and force. What did Hatzegopteryx eat? In the dense forests of its home island, Hatzegopteryx was the biggest and best bird predator. Recent research suggests that this flying monster may have eaten the dwarf dinosaurs that lived in the green landscape. With its razor-sharp teeth and strong jaws, Hatzegopteryx probably hunted with total efficiency, ruling the skies with an unmatched level of fury. What kind of huge creature could really fly? Hatzegopteryx was unbelievably big, but it was a master of the skies because it had fully grown wings that let it fly for a long time. Internal skull structure filled with hollow points helped it lose weight effectively without affecting structural stability. Using this clever adaptation, Hatzegopteryx could fly easily over long distances in search of food. Where and why did Hatzegopteryx go missing? Hailing from Hatzegopteryx Island's lush woods, Hatzegopteryx lived in a subtropical paradise, where it was safe from both competition and predation. Unfortunately, like all old world rulers, it was going to end quickly. As the final catastrophes of the Mesozoic era began, Hatzegopteryx and the other giants disappeared into history, leaving behind a heritage full of mystery and wonder. What are the latest Hatzegopteryx secrets that we are studying? Hatzegopteryx is always changing as our knowledge of ancient animals grows. Scientists have recently found more fossils of this mysterious giant during digs in Romania. Analysis of these findings has revealed complex details about Hatzegopteryx's body and behavior, giving us fascinating information about how it evolved and what role it played in its environment. What did Hatzegopteryx have that no other animal did? More study of Hatzegopteryx's bones has revealed unusual physical traits that scientists did not know about before. Specialized cranial structures and skeletal adaptations that point to different ways of eating and interacting with others are some of these findings. These results go against what was thought before and give scientists new ways to look into the life and habits of this old bird predator. Was Hatzegopteryx able to interact with other animals? New studies show that Hatzegopteryx may have had complex social behaviors like birds and mammals do today. There is evidence of coordinated group moves and maybe even basic forms of communication in the form of communal roosting sites and fossilized trackways. These new finds give us a more complete picture of how Hatzegopteryx interacted with its social group and show how complicated the ecosystems were in the past. What changes did Hatzegopteryx make to its environment? Looking into Hatzegopteryx's effects on the environment gives us interesting details about how it interacts with other living things and the world as a whole. Researchers have started to figure out how Hatzegopteryx interacted with its environment, rivals, and prey by studying fossilized remains and reconstructing the environment from a long time ago. These results tell us a lot about how coevolution shaped ecosystems in the past and how top predators like Hatzegopteryx kept the balance of the environment. How does technology help us learn more about Hatzegopteryx? We are learning more and more about Hatzegopteryx and other prehistoric animals thanks to advances in technology like high-resolution imaging and computer models. Scientists can reconstruct Hatzegopteryx's anatomy in more detail than ever before and simulate its flight abilities with amazing accuracy thanks to cutting-edge study methods. These improvements in technology could help us learn even more about Hatzegopteryx and change how we think about life in the past. What did Hatzegopteryx do to hunt? By learning more about Hatzegopteryx's behavioral ecology, we can learn interesting things about how it hunts and interacts with other animals. New research shows that Hatzegopteryx may have used complex hunting strategies, such as working together to catch its prey and hiding in wait. By looking at fossilized stomach contents and bite marks on prey, scientists can get tantalizing hints about what Hatzegopteryx liked to eat and how it fed, which helps us understand its role as a top predator in its ancient environment. What problems did Hatzegopteryx have to deal with in its environment? Hatzegopteryx's ability to adapt to its surroundings tells us a lot about how it stayed alive in prehistoric environments that were always changing. By looking at the isotopic signatures in Hatzegopteryx fossils, scientists can get a better idea of what the animal ate and how it moved around. This helps them better guess what the temperature was like in the past and how ecosystems worked. The results help us learn more about Hatzegopteryx's evolutionary past and how it can live and do well in a variety of environments. What does Hatzegopteryx have to do with our lives now? Hatzegopteryx is important to culture as well as science because it represents Earth's ancient past and the amazing power of evolution. People come from all over the world to see the paleontological sites connected to Hatzegopteryx. These sites inspire awe and love with nature. Hatzegopteryx fossils and the areas where they live need to be preserved and protected so that future generations can enjoy our paleontological heritage and so that science can continue to explore and find new things. How can we tell everyone about Hatzegopteryx? Getting people interested in Hatzegopteryx's story helps them understand Earth's past better and understands how important scientific inquiry is. Public outreach programs like museum exhibits, training programs, and interactive media let people of all ages learn about Hatzegopteryx and the world it lived in the past. We encourage people to be curious, spark their ideas, and learn more about our planet's diverse ecosystem and evolutionary history by showing the world Hatzegopteryx. What problems do we need to solve to keep Hatzegopteryx's heritage alive? Hatzegopteryx is an important species, but it is hard to protect in the modern world. Loss of habitat, criminal trade in fossils, and climate change are all problems that could damage paleontological sites and make it harder to keep Hatzegopteryx fossils safe. In the future, efforts to protect must focus on reducing these threats through joint research, public education campaigns, and policy lobbying. By protecting Hatzegopteryx and its old home, we make sure that people in the future will still be able to be amazed by its amazing legacy. How are scientists from different fields able to work together to study Hatzegopteryx? To find out what Hatzegopteryx can do, scientists from different fields need to work together and come up with new ideas. By putting together experts in paleontology, geology, ecology, and climatology, we can learn a lot about Hatzegopteryx and its place in the history of the Earth. New technologies like 3D scanning, virtual reality, and genomic analysis make it possible to study Hatzegopteryx's biology and behavior in more detail than ever before. How healthy was Hatzegopteryx based on its fossils? By studying paleopathological markers in Hatzegopteryx fossils, we can learn about the animal's health and how easily it could get sick or hurt. By looking at bone problems like fractures, infections, and stress marks, scientists can figure out what Hatzegopteryx had to deal with physically during its life. Researchers can learn about Hatzegopteryx's behavior, how it moved, and its general health in the ancient world by looking at patterns of skeletal damage and disease prevalence. What role does Hatzegopteryx play in the history of pterosaurs? By looking at Hatzegopteryx and the bigger picture of pterosaur paleobiology, we can see how species evolved and how their environments changed over time. Comparative studies of Hatzegopteryx and other pterosaurs show that they had many of the same anatomical traits and functional adaptations. This helps us understand the limits and opportunities that have shaped the evolution of vertebrates. Scientists can find microevolutionary trends and processes that cause long-term evolutionary change by putting together data from different types of pterosaurs. By figuring out what Hatzegopteryx is and how it lived, we're taking a trip through time to see the mysterious creatures that lived in the skies of the past. From how it was found in the rough landscapes of Romania to how it fits into the bigger picture of evolution in ancient life, Hatzegopteryx captures our attention and makes us wonder about the amazing things that have happened on Earth. Even though Hatzegopteryx's life was amazing, Its legacy also shows how fragile Earth's biodiversity is and how important it is to protect Earth's natural history through conservation efforts. Hatzegopteryx and its old home are being protected so that people in the future can continue to learn from it and be amazed by the amazing things that happened on Earth in the past. We'd love for you to join us in celebrating the amazing legacy of Hatzegopteryx as we come to the end of our trip through his world. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to get the latest news on paleontology findings and to keep exploring the amazing worlds of Earth's prehistoric past with us. Enjoy your time until next time, and don't stop discovering and wondering.